Hello, this is Eddie Barragon. I'm here to give my brief and but thorough and exact presentation on how to communicate effectively in a higher learning setting, specifically in my future discipline, which will be teaching university level biology. Thank you. So about me, I have my bachelor's in ecology and evolutionary biology, where I am currently studying for the purpose of teaching biology at the university level. I've always had the interest of teaching biology, at least at a higher level, in a college or university setting. Um, I plan to engage with students in a very effective communication way, but also to be able to listen and, have the proper feedback mechanisms there where I can listen to and engage with students on their terms and hear them out. If they have any questions or if they have any concerns with grading, etc. I don't want to assume things of students, and I don't want to have my own bias overrule um, the facts or what is happening and with their experience in the class. So that is a big part of what I hope to bring to the table in the future with being an educator. Um, yeah, so that's essentially about me and what I want to do long term. Is just teach biology and instill that drive, that learning ambition for students, for them to be able to get the most out of it. Um, General overview. So I have a few learning strategies that I think I would prioritize in my curriculum or in my teaching strategy. I would engage with students one on one. I think that's very important. A lot of students, maybe they can't get a fraction of what they need from lecture or their own studying alone. I know I'm one of those students where perhaps to the dismay of some of my professors, I needed actual feedback. I needed to hear them, and speak to them one on one and go through it logically, breaking things down on a more detailed and precise level. Um, Sometimes more often than we're willing to give, but I needed to spend hours to just read and process the information for my own understanding and get more out of it. Whereas, you know, being in lecture and taking notes is great, or studying it and interpreting it on your own is also great, but some students need more, and that's okay. Having a series of group projects, I think engaging with each other as well as with the instructors is a good learning tool. Within reason, I do think group projects have their strengths and weaknesses. In order to curb on just using it as an opportunity to just socialize, having it be structured and partake more in class. I think once you get students out of the classroom setting and try to get them to work together, it's a little bit less useful in my own personal experience as a student. There are exceptions, but I do think um, it is an effective strategy. And also instilling in my students a sense of accomplishment. I feel like giving them proper feedback, giving them constructive criticism while also acknowledging their strengths and showing them how can they work on their weaknesses. Those are big things. I know that's made a huge impact in my overall learning. So yeah, I think those are some of the best ways you can effectively communicate with students is, you know, speaking to them directly, having them work with each other, and also giving them a sense that, they are accomplishing something, they are doing something that is giving them the proper feedback that they're seeking. So, de-escalation, I think it's important to acknowledge. Um, it can be a few different situations. It can be a student that is distraught, emotional over their grade, and making them, I guess you could say, feel better or comfort or console them, or kind of appease their emotional side for a bit, or it can be a bit more serious and having a student be, aggressive or assertive or violent. And, I don't want to make generalizations. I do think I'm a take everything on a case by case basis. I mean, I use general trends as an outline, as preparation, as a way of preparing myself for what I could expect, not necessarily should expect, but could expect. And yeah, I think I would just handle it as it comes. I mean, I'm no stranger to, to physically de-escalating a situation if need be. I wouldn't find that ideal. If I can use my words, if I can de-escalate that, I would prioritize that above all else. I mean, again, I would assess the situation as need be. If I know for a fact that I can settle something with speaking to the student, I will do so. If I know that words are no longer, appropriate, then other means have to be carried out. I don't want to understate the seriousness of that, but I think as a male educator, as someone who is physically capable of protecting themselves and their class, again, I prioritize the safety of my students no matter what. And yeah, I would de-escalate with whatever means necessary to keep everyone safe. Yeah, so in conclusion, I just want to state that, effective communication is one of the most important skills that we can learn as educators, how to communicate with students effectively on a personal level, on an interpersonal level, on a, as a way of them getting as much as they can out of the class, and also us getting feedback as educators and how we can improve and build upon our teaching strategies. So, yeah, that's been my presentation, and just a little breakdown of who I am, what my focus is, what my main area of studying and, future educational role will be, and also how speaking to students in a constructive manner can help them in their educational journey. Well, thank you very much. This has been Eddie Barragon.